was turned up. It's Hot Thoughts. We all hot, man.
Hey, man.
Again, Pico checking in. You know, I got L Dead in with me.
In the flesh of thongs, man.
We brought another special guest down to come and have some player conversation with us. Who we got in the room today?
Man, your boy Krumwell Shaheed, man. A&R to the streets, man.
A&R to the streets. Let's talk about it. So, where exactly are you from? What was it like growing up where you were raised?
Man, I'm from probably one of the worst neighborhoods you could think of, Sunnyside, Texas, man. Number 6 in the nation, man. Like,
yeah.
Facts.
I come up from the trenches, man. Like, I literally was 18 running 3 drug houses at once. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the glorified.
Cromwell, the wholesaler.
And anybody can check them facts, man.
Facts, man.
Yeah. So like, let's talk them early days. You know, growing up as a young, cause that's some young. You was young as then, but like. Even before then, starting school, going through school.
Man, like I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Like, nobody ever asked me how that shit go, but like, I appreciate my people for able to get me to a different path because, like, I couldn't leave off the porch till I was 10 years old. Like, I was literally, like, stuck on the porch. Like, I could only play in my front yard, and I couldn't get out the porch then. Like, I was about 11. They let me play right in the front of the streets, but when the street light was on, I had to get in the house.
Yeah.
If not, I get my ass in trouble. And, you know, they was very strict on that. And then when I got like I was always straight A students. I made straight A's like all the way through elementary. Then when I got to the 6th grade, a bunch of letters came in. My mom had signed me up to go to a school on the white side of town. So that would start integrating me into getting relationships with other people and not being closed-minded. So they put me on the bus. I went every day. And I was there in a year and a half, and I got kicked out because somebody pushed me into a white girl, and they said I grabbed that. And then it was so easy to get kicked out because it wasn't you had to be special to go to these schools, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we call them exceptional.
Yeah.
You have to be one of the exceptional.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how that started with that.
What high school you went to, bro?
I went to Worthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it make sense.
Yeah, because what they did was when they kicked me out of there, I had to go back to Addicts, and then I just stayed on that side of town. But going there a year and a half, it opened my mind up to another world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I never saw white people, you know what I'm saying? Only time I saw white people was in a compromised situation. But when I went to that school like that, it was different, you know what I'm saying?
So let's talk like throughout that whole time growing up as a young adult. You said you were running 3 drug houses. How?
Once. And still going to school.
So was it like maybe, you know what I'm saying, did you see this? Did you just put it together in your mind? How did that even play out?
Man, I didn't start selling drugs till the minute I turned 18. Like I said, I couldn't go nowhere case the minute I turned 18 because, man, when I was going to school, I used to see everybody rolling, man. These boys got these star jackets, they got these cars. So I started out with a matchbox full of dope, and I had on this Fingers shirt I used to run around. I got my first wholesale to shout out to Boosie, man. He was one of the first people I got my wholesale from. I turned 60 to 120 in like 10 minutes. And then without saving my money, but back it up a little bit, I was already hustling with my homeboy Big Dunn. We was gathering metal, sheet metal, aluminum, copper, and all that. We was trading that in, so I already had a little money in the stash.
Sure.
That's how I was able to get my first wholesale.
Okay.
So when I got my first wholesale, I was doing so good on my own, all the that was on was watching me, you know what I'm saying? So
that's live you said that because most people think everything accumulate from automatic, you know what I'm saying, trapping or illegal, but you took something that wasn't this and you refurbished it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Cash
redirected it.
Yeah, Cash know me. I always been a hustler, man. I used to hustle candy at school, and then when I was hustling aluminum and copper, and we was stashing the money. And then, like I said, I had about $800,000-$900,000 at 16, 17, ready to flip it, but I didn't know what flip was. But when I got in the game, I only spent 60 towards the dope because I didn't know how it was gonna work.
Yeah.
But the first encounter I had selling drugs, my partner Terrell, he stole some drugs from his brother, and he had this pill bottle. He said, "Man, I got this shit, man." I said, "What that shit?" He said, "It's crack." And I seen that boy walk down the street and made $200 in 10 minutes. I said, "I gotta hop on that shit, man." I got my first dick sucked with that boy too, man.
Shout out to the, hey man, shout out to the shout out to the sucker man.
Building, you know what I'm saying?
The magic mouse of the world.
I was that day, you know. Then I started getting my own flippers, and then the mother that was on, you know what I'm saying, seeing me, you know, saying the Heinz's, the D Heinz, the hard jaw, all the motherfuckers seeing me getting it on. But it was a guy from the southwest side that came, was keen at all them that I linked up with. And first encounter, he threw me 9 cookies. Like 9 cookies straight. He threw me 9 cookies, and I was like, man, what I'm gonna do with this shit? But then I started breaking it down, and then Somebody started then.
Peace from peace,
another
man.
nigga started throwing me weed, and then I opened up one house. Then I had my little homeboys running another house. We had 3 houses, but I was still going back and forth to school. I got kicked out of Worden at the end by the cat named Coach Shivers because he suspected I was selling drugs. I could just come to school, $1,500, $2,000 in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Gucci shoes. I had cars. You know what I'm saying? But I still was going to school, and motherfucker, man, what this motherfucker doing? And it was around all the teachers talking about I was a big-time drug dealer. So Worden put so much heat on me. Well, I had to migrate to Westbury, and that's where I graduated from. But what made it so beast when I got to Westbury, that's when I started linking up with all the Southwest cats. So I started serving them. Yeah. So then it got even bigger, you know what I'm saying?
So let's talk like before it got to that point. Was it like a point in time where maybe you just was seeing from the sideline, or did somebody like peep you out like, hey, I like your style, you know what I'm saying?
The sidelines me walking to school, man, going through all the drug spots. I always knew all the drug dealers, and they always would kick me. They always like, I was a little smart. I always, do my thing. But what got me ahead of the game is I knew money, I knew books, I knew educational value, financial literacy, you know what I'm saying? And I knew how to flip. And I remember, man, like, I didn't eat shrimp till I was 18. You know what I'm saying? That's how broke we was.
So would you say, like, you were introduced first on that white side of town or with the
Man, in the hood, you know what I'm saying? That's where it started from, you know what I'm saying?
Man, tell them about Checker, man.
Yeah.
See, people don't know about Checker.
Yeah, Checker, man, like I said, you could Google. It's number 6 in the nation in crime, man. Like, for every 10 households, there's 2 victims of crime out of every 10 households. Like, I didn't see, when I was 10, I seen somebody get shot in front of me, My uncle, he's a crazy motherfucker. They had him take me to the park, and he got in a shootout with me at the park at 8 years old. Just kind of shit like that, man. And like I said, walking to school, people selling drugs. Back then, motherfucker hit a from the back right in front of you while you walking to school. It just was crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. Sunnyside. It was like where all the cluckers was.
Yeah, man.
Clucker City, man. Clucker City.
Part is like if it's 3 dope houses, a church on the side, man. So we'll see the Reverend. He's going to work, and then he going to the church. You know what I'm saying? About an hour later. You know what I'm saying? Or he get his suck on the backside and get ready to go to church, and then serving going to put money in the church.
Sunnyside, man.
Real getting it in.
Yeah, Sunnyside, the mother side.
Get that liquor store. You know what I'm saying?
They like, God, pastor preach a good sermon today.
And then now going back.
Got rock.
I didn't know. And then get it going off. He's sweating.
I'll tell you another thing.
Say it.
Feel a spirit.
Yeah. He start shaking this shit, boy.
All I need is a donation and another $10 rock.
Hit, boy. You know what I'm saying? But now I thank my people for not getting me off the porch because, man, so many of my friends got killed, man. I lost a lot of homeboys through gun violence, 12, 13, 15, 17. So many of my homeboys got killed, man. It's unimaginable, man. Yeah, I really thank my people for protecting me, until I got old enough to.
Do you ever feel like survivor's remorse? I've been hearing a lot of people talk about that.
I do and I don't. The survivor's remorse I feel is like, man, man, we had a spot called Dubos. It was crazy, man. Like, it was my homeboy house, and this whole house was locked up because everybody in the house was stealing, man. And, to see them come up, and he got killed in jail, and his other brother died, and it was just like, then it was my boys. Like, we started off catching the bus to the mall together, begging for change. You know what I'm saying? And then, to have this, because when I started coming up in the game, they just wouldn't get it. They wouldn't get together. They kept smoking fry. They kept losing. And I had to branch off, and it was kind of like I had to leave them, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man.
And that was that era, like, that bill from the sky was wicked.
Yeah.
Don't stop at the red light.
I'm going to tell you, since we going there, man.
Sunnyside used to be wicked.
I'm going to tell you who used to be over there a lot, bro. And
still wicked.
I'm going to tell you who be over there a lot, and I'm going to say this for real, and he don't know this, but I did this deliberately to get him out of Little Flip. He used to always be on Belfort and Scott, man. You feel me? Yeah. And then it was some shit about to go down. I knew he was about to blow. So I kind of like stopped answering his calls a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to be over there so much because I knew he was going to be the one, you know what I'm saying? Because we had shootouts over there, and then, R.I.P. my little squirt, he had got killed in his spot, man, and we still don't know to this day who killed him because it was just, you'd be out there, and it was just like a living jungle back then, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, moving into, like, adulthood, what are some things that, you did to convert over? Was it ever a point in time where you felt like
yeah, man,
I'm getting some money, but this risky?
Yeah, well, it was risky because I had caught 3 drug cases, like, back to back each year. I caught one case, and beat that case, and then next year I caught another case. They just wanted me so bad they could never catch me clean. You know what I'm saying? Until they got me on a phone conversation. I was dealing with these cats out of town, and they wanted me to meet them with some drugs. But I don't know, something just told me not to pull up with no work. And when I pulled up, they grabbed me, but I didn't have no work. So that's when I did the 5-year bid, federal bid, and then, you know, when I got out, I just started trying to convert.
That was the last time.
Yeah.
Cause then we had locked in. It was maybe when you first had got out,
Yeah.
or right before.
Yeah,
we was at the park.
Yeah, down to see. So that 5-year bid, that one the last time. I had went to jail 6 years after that on some pills. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a dope thing. It was a partner I had named Chris. He said, man, take my uncle get some pills. You know, got some medication. We got pulled over. They had pills in the car. They gave me the case. We was all in the car. I was out fighting the case. I went pitch dirty. They sent my bond out. They took my bond away, reset me for 8 months. I signed for 6 months. I had to get out of jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you see me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.